Welcome back to the podcast. You're listening to Parenting on Autism with Mocktails and Cocktails. I'm Sybil Burrows Cornish, better known as Sib. I got my girl with me. We haven't seen each other since what, last weekend?
Yeah. And I'm Sharona, better known as Blues Brothers, Seth and Cyrus's mom.
Hey, Sharona. We are so excited to be in this wonderful space. We have so many exciting news opportunities that have come our way. One, April is right around the corner.
Right around the corner.
And you know what April brings? Our anniversary. We dropped our podcast in April. And April has represented 26 years of walking on the spectrum and parenting on the spectrum. So April is Autism Awareness Month. I believe I met you in April of 2020, masked up at MGM.
Yep.
And you wrote your book.
At the MGM in 2020.
2020.
Well, it was released in 2020.
Yeah. So a lot of things happen in April. I am extremely excited. Y'all know how big my family is, and my cousins and extended family. I have a young lady that I was in the delivery room when she was born, so she's had to deal with me all her life. But Jennifer Coles is with us today, and I'll let you guys go over what Jennifer Coles means to the autism spectrum and to this event. It's a private event, and I'll let her go over the story of our special event in April.
Yes, so thank you for having me. I'm Jennifer Coles. I am co-founder of Infatuating Affairs. We are a wedding and event boutique located here in the DMV. We service all areas, DC, Maryland, Virginia. We also go international. We've been blessed to already have planned events in the Caribbean, hopefully Italy soon, and just wherever you need us, we will be. So we really birthed this company out of just a passion for not just events, but more so the love that events kind of cultivate. And, you know.
Where did the name come out from? What was it?
I have to give an ode to my partner who's not here, Thelma. 2015, I was getting married, and I planned my whole wedding, as you know.
Yep.
And one of my bridesmaids, Siata, said, oh, well, because I was like, I can't do everything. Like, I'm in the wedding. I can't do it all. Yeah. So who can orchestrate this? So Siata goes, you should talk to Thelma. She's already into weddings. And at that time, you know, I've known Thelma since I was like 12 or 13. And she had actually started her own website and was on, like, just wet her feet with starting a business. And it was called Infatuated with Weddings. So we got together, and she saw all my vision boards. She saw all my designs, and she was like, oh, my God, you're so creative, and I'm very logistical. I feel like you're the yin to my yang. We should do this together. And I was like, yes, sure, let's do it. And she was like, do you love the name? And I was like, well, I want to, honor the work that you've already put in. And, you stepped out there on your own, and you already have this. You have this website. I don't want to just completely erase it. So instead of Infatuated with Weddings, we did Infatuating Affairs, because we want to do corporate, nonprofit, weddings, events. We didn't want to box ourselves into weddings. So that is where it came from.
Okay. I have a funny story, Sharona, that I want to share with you. They launched their wedding unbeknownst to myself. It was very private that she was putting this affair on. And Jennifer, when she was little, she asked me to be her godmother. So just out of the blue, for many years, she was petrified over me because I haven't changed. And and she would always run behind one of my favorite cousins, her mom, Carol, when I would come around. But little did I know, she was just like forming this love affair with me and didn't know how to take me as a little girl. And she grew up, and one day she was like, can you be my godmother? I was like, absolutely.
Oh.
So godmommy duty, she had her, we surprised her, me and my best friend surprised her in Miami, and we did the whole bachelorette thing with the, her girls and stuff, and went to Wet Willie's and bought it out for her. But fast forward to the wedding. So she grew up, Sydney and Sabrina. Sydney is her favorite. Sydney would always take all her sodas when we would go to McDonald's, and they weren't driving. They were middle school and elementary, Becky and Jennifer. And so So she gets married, and Sabrina, we go in and we greet mom, brother, dad. I go in the room. We see Jennifer and her bridesmaids. And so Miss Sabrina doesn't want to leave.
Oh.
So we went in one door, which was the front door, which was the door that Jennifer was going to come out with her brother and her dad. And so it was time for us to take a seat. So Sabrina had a fit and didn't want to leave. And so as we're waiting for the bride, my daughter, the audience, she swings open the doors with her pink beats on, with her little black fluffy dress, and was like the little wedding person. Here comes the bride, here comes the bride. I was sick to my stomach. This wedding was like over the top wedding. And I was just like, you just ruined this moment.
No.
And I was so upset after the wedding. I didn't even stay long enough for the cocktail hour. You had a beautiful cocktail hour with this beautiful velvet couch in the grass and these hanging chandeliers from wherever, I don't know, because it was in the like grass. And I was just like, these little bitches are going home. I need to get my party on. So I roped them little tails up. Sydney was cool because that was her favorite. Now the wedding goes on without a hitch. But everybody in the audience saw it except Jennifer.
Right.
And Carol. And the whole wedding party missed it. So I knew that they got it on the video. They had pictures and everything. So I had to like confess, like we had a good time. We danced the night away. It was just fantastic. So maybe 2 weeks down the line, I was like, Jennifer, I just have to let you know that when you get your pictures back,
this is what you're going to see.
Your god sister took some of your shine.
Please.
She came down them steps. She did her little twirl, dance to the side, back and forth.
She just got the audience ready.
And then walked to the car. And I was like, this is not happening. This is my life. So that has a little bit to do with one of the reasons why this event meant so much to me when you're, plugged into what's happening in autism, and we'll talk about our event with who you have, our special guest. And then hence the special guest, I was like, no, we have to get Jennifer's business and Thelma's business. I said, we're not doing this. I said, if my cousin and her partner are willing to just join pro bono and be a part of the setup. This summer she came to the Pink and Blue event and she kept walking behind me saying, Sybil, can I help you? Can I help you? And everybody knows when I get in the mode, can't nobody get in my way. So even if you want to help, you can't, because now I'm just like laser focused. I don't even know where to start to help, tell somebody to help me. So I said that was the last event that I would work. And so thank you so much for saying yes when you got that text and that call. And it's like many emojis coming through. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God.
An honor.
And that was pre our special guest.
Without the special guest, it's an honor.
So let's talk about that special guest, Sharona.
So, we were fortunate enough to get Faith Evans to come and do our first live podcast with an audience.
So talk to me a little bit about how you and Faith came about. I know we talked about it on one of the podcasts, but bring us full circle when you said, this is the year, because she's been asking you and I've been saying, no, we not ready.
We kept saying, I had already spoke with Faith and I asked her if she can come on the podcast. She said, sure, yeah, she'll do it. And I keep, telling Sybil, like, I think we should start with Faith. And Sybil was like, no. And I'm like, well, when we going to have Faith come on? Okay, let's have Faith come on next month. And Sybil was like, no, let's wait. And then Sybil was like, you know what? Let's do a live with an audience podcast, and then we'll bring Faith on as our special guest. So I reached out to Faith and asked her, would you be willing to come back to D.C., Maryland, and Virginia to come and do this podcast with us? And she said, absolutely, of course.
Yeah, because she came to the MGM, month was at, and she was like willing to jump on. We had just started, and you guys were hanging out.
When was that?
Did she perform, or was she
did.
there?
She performed. She performed at the MGM.
Yeah, she was here.
And she brought me backstage with her, and we took pictures backstage, and we talked about the podcast, and we talked about, because she actually has a podcast too.
Yep.
Good Deeds for Special Needs, and I actually was able to get on there. She does it like live with her partners, and they give out advice and talk about stuff and bring different people in on that Zoom camera thing. And so I was able to get on there with her for a little bit, and we talked about autism and stuff. And so we just stayed in communication because she is a big part of the community. She actually goes all out. She has a 15-year-old son, Ryder, who is autistic and nonverbal, and she does an awesome job with him. She's amazing and so involved and hands-on with everything Ryder does, and making sure that he has everything that he needs. And she's, you know, all wrapped up in this world with us, and she was delighted to be a part of it.
And just fast rewind to her therapist for her son was our first person that interviewed us. So she was on. I'm losing her name. Is it Maishi? Malika. Is that the one that's gonna travel with her?
No.
Jen? No? Malika interviewed us when we started our It Takes a Village. So I'm excited about, you know, having the, you know, full circle now.
Absolutely.
You know, having Faith come, and it would be so cool if she was available to come. But definitely kudos to her helping us start the podcast, because we did it without any training. We just bought a couple of mics and got a soundboard, and I asked my IT guy, Mike D, can you figure this thing out? Because I think that we're ready to talk about what we've been doing for so many years. And then to be able to have Infatuating Affairs join us with your fabulous and your weddings and your events, whether it's a baby turning one or a wedding abroad or around the corner. You guys really know what you're doing, and I'm just super excited to be able to share this moment with you, Jennifer, and your business.
Likewise.
Yes, it's a pleasure. I looked at your work. You do an awesome job.
Thank you.
You really make things beautiful.
Thank you.
And I'm excited to see what this room is going to look like on April the 15th.
Yeah, and it's so important that we, you know, just step aside. And Sharona and I are very in control of. I guess that's why God blessed us with autistic twins, because we are so hands-on that it's almost ridiculous to even let somebody do the work for us. And we have been like biting at the bit. And I think for the most part, we've kind of stepped aside, and we're excited about just saying in this space where we're at, and I'm not ready to, you know, reveal the location quite yet. Once Jennifer and Thelma put together our flyers, but we just wanted to give a little, teaser on what's happening. So talk to us about Faith. I got so tickled because she was just like, oh my God, in the text, Jennifer said, oh my God, Faith Evans is actually gonna call my phone.
Right. I was like, what?
Let me gather myself.
Right. I was like, oh, I'm going to communicate with Lark, her manager. This is, you know, I have a buffer. It's cool. Da, da, da. She goes, hi, Jen. Faith's just going to reach out to you directly. I was like, say what now? my phone? I was like, okay, let me get myself together. Let me get ready. Let me be professional. And she was so cool on the phone. And I'm over here like, oh, well, Miss Faith Evans, thank you so much for, you know, agreeing to do this. And I'm trying to be all proper. And she's just so cool. Like just having a casual,
down to earth.
Yes, having the most casual conversation.
I love it.
Telling me about her days. Well, normally I'm at home. You know, my son goes to school from this time to this time, and I'm doing this and da da da. And I was just like, wow. And I'm, you know, I'm trying.
She's
to be,
a mom.
Exactly. And I'm trying to be buttoned up, like, oh, no.
Yep.
And then, and meanwhile, my family's in the background, like, tell her we love her. Tell her we love her. I'm like, so it was funny. And I was like, okay. So at the end of the convo, I'm like, Faith, I just have to tell you this. I was like, all through middle and high school, people call me Faith Evans. All through middle and high school.
And I could see it.
When the bio came out, they were like, you should have been Faith in the movie. They should have casted you. And she was cracking up. She said, well, I hope you took it as a compliment. I was like, of course. What you mean? And I was like, you were a big deal. What you talking about? She was like, yeah, well, I know y'all love, I know the DMV is one of my areas. And I was like, oh, we love you out here. And then my husband and like, tell her I love her. Like, if you don't calm down.
Yeah, so we're super excited about what we have going on this event, and just a lot of stuff happening with Sid Sib and Seth and Cyrus. What's going on as we close up this little snippet of a podcast? What do we want to talk about with Seth and Cyrus?
Seth and Cyrus. So Cyrus, Seth just had a dentist appointment. He had to get a root canal, get some teeth capped in.
Yep.
My rough guy, always messing up his teeth.
Yes.
And Cyrus is doing really good. Seth is doing good, too, in school, counting and being very independent.
Amazing.
Cyrus
yes, indeed. Snap that.
Yes. Cyrus is at home cooking, using the microwave, using the air fryer.
I'm so happy.
I'm like, Cyrus, put some French fries in the air fryer for me. And he loves to do it.
Yes.
And puts ketchup on everything and will bring it to you.
See? It's growth.
Yes, he loves.
So there's
to
no
cook.
more ketchup on the floor. The whole ketchup now it's going on the.
It's going on the fries. It's too much ketchup on the fries,
course.
but it's going on there.
Fries, not in the sink and not on the carpet. So it's growth.
Yeah, it's growth.
I love it.
He knows when to stop it. He knows when it goes ding. He knows how to work that microwave. He's really good with that.
That is so beautiful. Like that is the. I love that little. That's the best when you see
what are the girls doing?
Well, girls are just
getting ready for Disney.
Disney's happening this month.
I know they're excited about that.
Disney Airplane. Sabrina, I saw her yesterday. She said Disney Airplane Sybil. I said, go to the calendar, March 29th, Disney Airplane. We haven't been since 19, and it's an annual event. So 2019 was our last time, and now it's 23. So we're only going to go down there for 2 days. We're going to fly in on the 29th and fly back on the 31st. However, we're going to spend that 30th at Magic Kingdom and make all of magic happen. Residential, since the holidays, everything's going well. Kinks, working through our kinks. Weekends have increased with activities. I think you saw I sent the pictures out on social of them hanging out at their club. The club is one of the amazing places that we have to go. One of the things that I do when I'm out is I just kind of compare what we want for our future. And everything that I see, I'm like, yes, we could do this. And yes, this is something that our community needs more of. It was in Baltimore, Upper East Side of Baltimore, and it was at a Lions Club, and there was probably 10 of these type of rooms, and all decorated in 10 different ways. So you could go to the club, you could go to the lawn dance room, you had like tables set up, and it was a lit room where you could get your nails done. They had the barbers cutting hair if the clients wanted hair. They had a mocktails and a cocktails room.
That is so exciting.
You gotta come. Y'all gotta come and just pop in and see. It's amazing. They check the
What's
clients.
the name of the place?
It's Club 111 because it's
in Baltimore.
Yeah, it's on 1111. I forget, Cold Spring Lane or something like that. So the club, but it's a Lions Club. One of those clubs where you have to be a member, but they offer it up once a month to all the local agencies. So it's not just our agency. I'm talking, it's a line to get in, and it is all of it. They have like the
That's 1 day a month?
Yep, on a Saturday. They had a basketball hoops. So like you got like people, like doing like the basketball hoops lined up where the balls roll down and they just doing that. I was like amazed.
That sounds amazing.
I was amazed. And they
That's
have
awesome.
like souvenir stuff that you can buy for $2 and $3 because like they got their little Cash App and you're talking 21 to like 80. So you're seeing what this looks like, what Sydney and Sabrina's life is going to look like. So it was like activities, that they're not going to be just down the hallway doing nothing.
Right.
And that is like our mission in life, to include our individuals. So I was extremely happy. Mike said it's 20 minutes. We have to scurry, but I'm just extremely happy. I'm excited. I'm nervous. We've got to put together our agenda, what type of flow you will lead the interview, because she's your guest, what flow we're going to have. So we still working. Like one of my favorite people from Rock Nation, which is one of your favorite people, Emery always says, we in the kitchen cooking. So we in the kitchen cooking up some things. We got some other exciting news that once we get that date locked in, but I'm going to go ahead and put it out there. DJ Sway will be on DJ Sway's podcast in D.C. No.
In New York.
Yes.
We'll be going to New York to be.
In New York. What am I talking about? In D.C. It's New York. I'm not sure where his studio's at, but we'll be going up there. I really, really want to get on the Today Show. I keep manifesting that. So I believe that is going to happen with Jenna and Hoda.
It's coming.
Yep, it's coming. It's already happening. It just has to get the date lined up. Mm-hmm. So we're going to end here. Thank you so much, Jen. We have so much to work on. Thank you, Sharona.
Thank you, Sybil. Thank you, Jen.
Thank you,
Mike.
Sybil and Sharona.
Thank you, Mike. Good night.
Good night, guys.